Go Birds. Go Birds. Got it? Go.
Who is it?
I don't know if that narrows it down.
Just trust me, we're on Comedy Central.
They're their own YouTube channel.
What did that week off do for your shoulder and do for your health, and how did you see that kind of play out today?
Yeah, first of all, I just want to thank God and glorify Him. I mean, without Him, I wouldn't be in this position. So, I mean, everything I do is for Him. So, I wouldn't be able to be out here. So, I just want to thank God. But, yeah, that week off really helped me rest. And I did every precaution I could to get it back to feeling right. And, I mean, it's feeling really good. I just think it'll get better and better. So, I'm blessed to even be in this position to even play at this great university and be healthy. I mean, a lot of dudes aren't healthy right now. So, I just have to deal with it.
All right, right here, awesome work. One question. We only got 5 minutes.
CJ, it just looked like you were maybe stepping into your throws a little bit more, or had more confidence in that shoulder. Like, you described physically how you felt and how that translated to the way you threw the ball today.
Yeah, I mean, the whole week, I mean, I had a good practice a good week of practice, and I definitely felt way better coming to this game with my shoulder. And that Tulsa game, I wasn't feeling right at all. But yeah, this week I can actually step into my throws, actually really like put something into my throws without feeling like my shoulder's gonna fall off. So yeah, definitely a blessing to be able to be healthy.
Right behind him, Bill.
Yeah. How did the week off help you in terms of maybe the mental side of things, and also you showed more willingness to run today?
Yeah, I mean, it helped me to take a week off and really step back and realize what position I'm in. I mean, this is a big-time university, a big-time fan base, a big-time everything, and I'm blessed to even be in this predicament. So, I mean, that week off really, helped me step back and notice, what I'm into. And that's why I just glorify God, man, because without Him, I wouldn't be nothing. I mean, I don't really, come from much. I mean, I'm from a small town in Inland Empire, California, and I just feel like God called me to be great, and through that, I mean, I'm just keep going with Him. So, really just stepping back this whole week has really helped me, not only just with rest and being able to throw the ball, but as a mental, being a leader, seeing my guys they really do trust in me. So, I mean, we have great players, and without them, I wouldn't be anything. So, that's what that week did for me.
Got time for just a couple more. We got Coach Day ready. We'll go front row. Dan, hope.
CJ, I know when you talked a couple weeks ago, you had said, you feel like you're getting better and better every week, even if people don't see it. How vindicating maybe does it feel today to be able to go up there and really show what kind of quarterback you are?
Yeah, I mean, definitely blessed to be able to have the opportunity to go out there and show what I can really do. But the real people know what I can do, and that's all that really matters to me. I can really care less what the world has to say. I'm God's son. I'm looking in whatever I look in the mirror, I see God's son. So, I mean, that's how I look at myself, and I feel like that's how my teammates look at me, and they have the most trust in me. I mean, without them, I wouldn't be anything. So, I mean, we have a great O-line. They played their butts off today. My receivers, I mean, they're you can't really talk about them because they're the best. Our tight ends are great. Our running backs are great. So, I mean, just having this opportunity by God to just placing all these great people around me and me trying to be the best I can be, I mean, it just helps out. So, I mean, this is all from God.
And last question to Nathan, second row.
How has the vibe maybe in the whole quarterback room changed over these 5 weeks? You're healthy now and playing feel still like the competition on a week-to-week basis, and just sort of how is that the vibe in that room?
Nah, we're a brotherhood. I mean, regardless who's ever playing. I mean, Kyle's my brother, Jack's my brother, Quinn's my brother, Jagger's my brother, JP's my brother. So it doesn't matter whoever's playing. It can be me, it can be Kyle. I'm gonna support, and the rest of the team is gonna support. So I mean, it's no competition, beef, or whatever the world may think it is. I mean, we all love each other. We're all here for each other, and that's the biggest thing about it, is being a real brotherhood. We're not just some logo where people just say the brotherhood. We're a real brotherhood. I pray for them. They pray for me. And whoever's out there, I mean, we're all going to do our job. So definitely, it's a great feeling to feel like that, though, because I know probably in the country there's not a lot of QB rooms like that. But you can see us. I mean, they come to my house. We joke around. We go eat. We're a real-life brotherhood, and I appreciate God for even allowing us to have that opportunity.
We got some bonus coverage. 2 more questions. Joey, front row.
CJ, did you have a throw today where you felt most comfortable, or felt like you were kind of really starting to settle in?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like every throw was okay. I mean, it was some throws I won back, but I mean that's every game. You guys, any quarterback in the country, they're gonna have that same comment. But I feel like every throw that I made was around somewhere where it can be completed, and definitely this is just the beginning. Definitely have to get better and better. So just with my shoulder, I feel like it's getting 100 times better, and that rest really did help me. So the more I can just keep going and get more experience, the better off it will be.
We'll wrap it up with Clay.
CJ, if this team was off the track, are they back on the track? I mean, it was complete victory, both sides of the football. How do you feel about your team tonight?
I feel about my team how I've always felt, and I mean, and it doesn't really matter what the world sees. I mean, like everyone says, and even before I was here, it's Ohio against the world, and that's true. Like it's really it took me to get to play to really understand that, and to come to this great university, and it really is Ohio against the world. Because, I mean, everybody's counting us out right now, which is good, which I feel is a great thing, because there's a lot of really weird, funky things going on in college football right now, and it's just preparing us to be great. I mean, we have some adversity, and a lot of teams aren't seeing adversity, and for us to get that early adversity is definitely helping, and I feel like we'll come out this back end wherever we need to be. And so.
Awesome. Thank you, CJ.
Thank you, guys. God bless.
Guys, we're going to jump right into questions for Coach. Right over here to the right, Austin Ward.
Right, how would evaluate CJ? Physically looked like that week of rest seemed to help him.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought it showed during the week, and who knows, maybe it gave him a little perspective too. Watching the game last week, watching meetings, watching practice. We'll see, but he did play better tonight, and still got a lot of football ahead of us. But it was encouraging to see him play the way he did.
Right next door, Bill.
Ryan, on the near interception that CJ threw, it looked like you were telling him you wanted him to come back to Jeremy there on that in-breaking route. You were holding up the #1 out. Then he comes back and he throws a touchdown to Chris on the next play. I'm just wondering how you coach that, because I mean he made a mistake and then he made it maybe one of the better plays he's made all year. So how do you balance that?
Without getting into too many specifics, that was not the right read. But then he came back, and I thought he showed some toughness. And our message all week has been toughness. And, how does a quarterback show toughness? He avoids a rush and then makes a play like that. I thought there were times where, we were down on the goal line there. The ball popped out. It's the first time we've really got a live ball on the 1-yard line for Luke Whippler, the quarterback, for everybody. He kind of salvaged that and got back on the ball, and then he took a hit on the touchdown pass to Jeremy Ruckert. And so I thought there was some toughness shown there, which was good. But overall, I thought our team played with more toughness than we have in the past. And this was an important game for us, because I felt like, September 2nd, a month ago, when we played Minnesota, we were a much different team. And I felt like that going into this week, but we hadn't shown it yet. And I felt like we saw some glimpses of that tonight.
Bill Rabinowitz.
I didn't just answer that. I mean, does this feel like the first time this year that you look the way you expect Ohio to be?
Yes. Yeah, but I also think that when you look at Ronnie Hickman, when you look at Cam Martinez, when you look at Jackson Smith-Njigba, C.J. Stroud, Travion Henderson, some of these guys, Cody Simon, Tommy Eichenberg, these are all guys who had 0 starts in their entire career. Well, they're not young anymore. Now they have 5 games under their belt, so that they're not young anymore. They're not inexperienced. They do have games under their belt. So now we know what to expect. We also know what guys can give us meaningful minutes behind them. and then who needs to continue to work hard to get to where they need to be to become a contributor and create a role for themselves. We just didn't have that last year. A game like this allows a bunch of guys to get on the field, and all meaningful stuff.
Clay?
Both of your Big Ten wins are on the road. Do you feel like you have a leg up in that sense?
It's good to get those 2 wins for sure. Yeah, with a young team, the way that this first half of the schedule played out, it's just what it was. We had to handle it. I think it made us stronger, though. I think it has. Going on the road, and obviously, handling a loss, in second game of the year, and those type of things has made us stronger. And I think we can continue to build on this, and that's been the whole goal. Is if we just get better week in and week out, continue to get these guys reps, keep coaching better, and giving our guys the better opportunity to be successful, then hopefully when we pick our head up here in about a month where we need to be going into November.
Right behind him, Nathan Baird.
You kind of transitioned from just looking for defensive players who could get the job done to now you got these young guys who are out there actually making plays.
Right.
How is that sort of changing just, I guess, the whole vibe around the team, the confidence the whole team has?
Yeah, I think you can see that. I mean, yeah, it's just a bunch of guys who are maybe expecting to make plays. Before, I don't think they were just trying to get lined up, and everything they were doing was for the first time. So I thought the defensive staff did a good job this week with the plan. I thought they mixed up the looks. I thought we created disruption in the backfield, and then we were able to create some turnovers. I thought you have to play well early in conference games like this, especially on the road, to hopefully take the crowd out of it. And I thought the play that Cam Martinez made was a big play, and then a couple plays later we scored the touchdown with Travion, and that kind of got us going. Obviously the pick by Denzel was big. Overall though, the special teams, Greg does a great job, with special teams, and so Parker Fleming I thought had a really good week of work preparation-wise, got our guys locked in, and overall we were prepared to play this game on special teams. So I hats off to him and the guys, and Cam showed up in that spot right there, which was big.
Right there in the front row, Dan Hope.
Yeah, Ryan, you had said a couple weeks ago, and people were asking a lot of questions about the quarterbacks, but what you had seen from CJ in practice and how that gave you a lot of confidence in. Was what we saw from CJ today more what you had seen from CJ in practice?
Yeah, I would say so. This is what he's capable of, and now he's got to bring it though. He's got to be consistent. Still a lot of things we're gonna watch on film tomorrow and got to get corrected and got to get fixed, and we got to come back and do it again next week because now. There's a body of work on film, so now guys are going to look at him and try to attack him different ways, and he's going to have answers, and that's playing in the Big Ten. So, but you can see what he's capable of.
Clay Hall.
Mitch Rossi, did you make him a star today?
Mitch has done nothing but everything we've asked him to do. I mean, he's a very tough young man. He works really, really hard, and he deserves everything that he's getting because he's the quarterback of the punt team. He does all those jobs. He will play fullback in the goal line and those type of things, all those thankless jobs. And I'm glad we have him. He's, one of the more reliable guys on our team. And it's good to see some of those tight ends, get some touches. Jeremy had a nice day coming back home, which was great, get a touchdown. And I also thought it was really good to see all the receivers get their hands on some balls as well. Chris Olave, I think, tied Chris Carter today for touchdown catches. He didn't really get the ball much the last couple of weeks. He stayed with it, and that's not easy. And we're not getting touches like that, and didn't play much in the second half. But when he was in there, he made an impact, which was great, and saw some other guys make some plays. But it was good to see Mitch get in there and make a couple plays for us.
Second row, Rob Aller.
Travion looked like he got dinged. Well, what's the update there? This is such a difference maker. Can you just talk about what he does for the offense that maybe not that the other guys don't, but
Yeah.
he's a separator.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's got a different skill set than the other guys. I do think Master ran hard again today, and Marcus Crowley ran hard today. But you can see the home run ability for Trey, and he's still young, he's still learning, but he does have a ton of home run ability. It was my decision to hold him out in the second half. He was ready to go. I just felt like I didn't want to take a chance going into that second half.
Well, over here, Steven Means.
Ryan, again with CJ, whether it was maybe the week off with the shoulder, or just maybe some of the play calls you were calling, just spreading the ball out. He just seemed more comfortable out there and more like he looked like a quarterback one day. Was that the kind of the assessment you got just fresh off the team with him?
I mean, I think it was the most comfortable he's looked, but at the same time, he's still really, really young and still green in this whole thing, and he's got a lot of football ahead of him. He's going to have good times and good plays and bad plays, but he didn't, like you said, he didn't get rattled. Like he had a couple plays that maybe didn't go his way, but then he came right back and continued to make plays. But I think it really goes to the preparation we had this week, and he's got good players around him. He's got a good offensive line. These guys did a good job of giving him time back there. He wasn't really pressured all that much. And the receivers made big plays. Even the one catch, I think it was the first play of the drive. Chris, catches the ball and kind of toe taps on the sideline. An unbelievable play. And then that gets us going. But those are the kind of things that help a quarterback when he tries to get, his rhythm going during the game.
That exact play where he's rolling out kind of
Yeah.
by something. Was he doing that? Have you seen that progression? Those types of plays where things maybe aren't on schedule the same way?
Yeah, and the touchdown to Chris on the other one, that was an off, like you said, off schedule play. He kind of worked the second part of the route, and that's good. I mean, that's part of the game, and I think that, this is probably the best game he's done that.
And we've got time for just a couple more. Tony Girdman?
Right, aside from the getting better physically, how did you see CJ put that week off to years? How did you see that?
I don't know. I think that he's more healthy, and he came in really, really well prepared, and the guys around him helped him too. But when the defense is playing the way it is, and you just play with more confidence. And I thought we played better team football today. But again, maybe it gave him a little bit of perspective coming back. I don't know, but good preparation this week.
And final question, Rob, go ahead.
How much is patience a part of this, both as a coaching
Oof.
staff? Even just, you guys kind of maybe unfairly were like off the rails early, but did you see that as a fair assessment? And is patience part of it as a coaching staff?
Well, in an area where patience is not allowed, and I think that, but I understand that, and I know that, and have a bunch of talks with a lot of people, and one of them is Gene Smith, and he said just that right there. You have to be patient. You have to continue to, work some of these younger guys in, and this is a unique team, and you have to, we're doing things the right way, and we know that we're recruiting great people. We're a first-class operation, always do things the right way, and there's times where you have to grow through some growing pains along the way, and we're not going to panic. Certainly, we have to act when appropriate, but we're not going to overreact. And we just continue to get better, and that's the plan here. And when you're doing that, then you can put your head on your pillow at night, knowing you're doing the right things. And having a win like this, of the last month, it's given us a little bit of juice now as we head into the next month of October. Like, okay, there was some tough times here, but we grew through it. We didn't panic, and now we might have a good team as we head into into October and November.
Great. Coach, thank you very
Yeah,
much.
thanks, guys.
All right, folks, we're going to head to the field. Mike and I will get you a couple more offensive guys and a couple defensive guys, but they're flying.